How's it going, everybody? Raising Hell here, and welcome back to another episode of Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. I'm playing as Holy Rome. The original objective, of course, was to take over Europe. Mainly achieved that objective, and now we're just simply trying to win the game. In the last episode, we successfully invaded the island, the British Isles, I guess, or at least England. Obviously, I haven't taken anything in Scotland, and we are 3 turns away from entering into the modern era. So hopefully I'm going to wrap this war up with Elizabeth in short order, and then we can focus more on winning. I'm not exactly sure which victory condition I'm going to be going for. I might go for science victory, or I might actually go ahead and try to vassalize every civilization in the game. I'm not exactly convinced either way yet, but we're going to see how it goes. I am quite opportunistic to either possibility, so just play along here. I currently got this stack of units after taking, what is that, Bristol? Difficult for me to read it. Yeah, I did turn off the yield indicators on the map. I think people will be happy about that because most people don't actually care about how much food each tile yields. I'm personally a big fan of it because it makes you look like your empire is really productive if you can look at the tiles and you see big loaves of bread, like right here. Always gave me a nice warm feeling, I guess you could say. But it seems like I'm in the minority in terms of that. A lot of my cities are automated for those who did not know. That's why they're producing buildings without any prompts for me. I like doing it that way as the game progresses, otherwise things start to really drag on during the later parts of the game when you have a lot of cities, and it generally leads to me becoming disinterested in the game, which is, I think, is one of my biggest problems with the late game of Civilization 4, is it simply takes too much time to manage everything, which is definitely one of the things I'm looking forward to in Civilization 5. It looks like a lot of that has been condensed, and I shouldn't say it's Civilization 5. Civilization 6 is the game I'm looking forward to, but Civilization 5 did that as well. I think Civilization 6 is going to just refine it a little bit. But in Civilization 5, obviously, we had the switch from stacks of units to single units, and we need to stop producing ironclads in here. I do not need any more of them. I have more than enough at this point, I think, so maybe artillery, because we did lose a few artillery in the attempt to capture Bristol. I'm thinking more artillery would probably be a good idea at this point. And one of my cities is still starving. Why is that? A lot of my cities are starving, actually. Apparently the AI thinks this is a good idea. Very well. I'm not in the mood to dispute it at this moment. Wait, what? Jerusalem has been captured by the Byzantium Empire. Well. It would seem that I got my way after all. I've entered the modern era.
Is the cradle of the mind.
And we can now build the Apollo program. So let's take a look at Jerusalem. I did not think that Justinian would ever be a significant player in this game anymore, but he seems like, given the right atmosphere, he's able to take a significant chunk of income away from Elizabeth. Because now, for those of you who don't know, Jerusalem in this scenario is set up as the holy city of both Christianity and Judaism. So it also has the Church of the Nativity built in it right from the start, which gives us additional commerce, gives whoever owns it one additional commerce per city with the respective religion in it. In this case, it's Christianity, but if you built the Temple of Solomon, or here it is, as a matter of fact, then you would be getting +1 per city with Judaism in it. So that takes away a significant chunk of Elizabeth's income. I'm not sure how she's doing. She's down to 70% researching rocketry, so she's probably going for a space victory. And I'm a little bit worried about the Chinese Empire. If they go for a space victory, they might actually be in direct competition with me. So I want to now know which city produces the most. Currently it's Salzburg. Salzburg is our most productive city. So, well, that's because it's dying, obviously, and it's still producing research. But instead, we're going to start working on the Apollo program. I do not have any aluminum, which is a shame. When is the aluminum revealed? I'm not sure. In general, I don't think it's been revealed yet, has it? Or is there no aluminum on this map? That'd be rather interesting if there wasn't. But I'm not sure when aluminum is revealed. Okay, we need industrialism. And that requires electricity. So we're a ways away from actually getting aluminum. But I'm going to build the Apollo program anyway. But I think the next technology should be electricity. That will increase the commerce output from windmills and water mills as well. I don't have a lot of water mills, but windmills are always a popular late game improvement for hills. So definitely not going to shy away from that for building those improvements. As you can see right here, we have a couple of windmills, 3 windmills on those hills right there. Very nice. And I think I'm just going to automate this worker. Okay. My cavalry woke up because they were on sentry and one of Elizabeth's ships was spotted. Never understood that really because I don't think any sea-based ships can attack land tiles in this game. Probably just a coding limitation, but we're going to continue constructing artillery, I believe, while our units in Bristol are healing. I'm also moving the ironclads over to intercept some of Elizabeth's ironclads here. Hopefully I'll just have a nice big stack of them by the time I have an opportunity to fight her. I don't think there are any sea-based resources, are there? Oh yeah, there's fishing right there. Everything. So we have fish here in the water. We also have clams. Do not have the right improvement for that. So I should actually build... I need to build a fishing boat, or 2 or 3, actually. Was neglecting that. I have a lot of sea-based resources over here in the Atlantic that are not improved. Yeah, she actually is building more ironclads. Well, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but it could turn into an issue. We have 2 ship of the lines here. One of them is damaged. Our ship of the line only goes 3 spaces, though, so we would not be able to get there in time. I'm going to move these ironclads into position so we can strike next turn if she doesn't get her ship of the lines out of the way. We really do need to get some more artillery. Artillery are very good when it comes to taking cities. Obviously, having cavalry defending that city of Bordeaux is not the optimal thing. A great mediator has emerged, offering to arbitrate the dispute between Mongol leadership and our nation. This could be a chance for peace. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me much. I don't have an option to even take a look at what our relations are. I have really no problem continuing the war with him because I'm not suffering any real war weariness effects from it. More artillery. But I mean, oh look, that was really fast. Look at that. Railroads are really kicking in now. I was able to send the artillery to Paris in 1 turn when it normally would take, what, 1, 2, probably 3 turns. So railroads are actually are going to speed things up quite a bit, like I've mentioned before. They are capable of increasing. We're going to move all of these artillery into the galleon. But railroads allow you to move 20 tiles per turn, which is pretty significant when you have to wage a war across large masses of land. And you see here there's an option to upgrade the infantry to SAM infantry. SAM infantry are 2 strength less, but they have a 40% chance of intercepting aircraft as well as a 75% bonus against helicopter units. Unfortunately, that's not really relevant to any of the units on the map right now. Right now, we're going to have much better results if we focus on infantry, which has a bonus against gunpowder units, as opposed to, I don't know, what you hide all of those, as opposed to more late game stuff like aircraft and gunships. Oh, she was foolish enough apparently to approach me with her ships of the line over here in the Atlantic. So I'm going to oblige and wipe all of those ships out. Excellent. Okay, everything is healed. So I'm going to move all artillery out, move them on to the horse resource. And then we also have the artillery in London. And I'm going to be moving those after promoting them onto the horse tile as well. So it's going to take an extra turn to get where I wanted to go here, but that ultimately means that I can join my armies together quite easily here. I think we're just going to take the cavalry this time and leave, well, we could leave a couple of infantry in the city. I think I'm going to leave 4. just to make it not easy to capture. So we are moving into position to engage Elizabeth's ironclad here, right next to Santiago. Pretty good. I have her significantly outnumbered, but we lost anyway when my ironclad 3 was destroyed by an English ironclad. That is a shame. How was it destroyed exactly? Oh, apparently it was destroyed down here? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, because if we look at her ironclad there by Santiago right now, it only has 1.4 strength left. So that was definitely the ironclad that I lost, but what were our odds out of curiosity here? She had combat odds, 24.1% chance that she would win, and I'm pretty sure she won, yeah. So I had a 75% chance of winning, I lost, which is really not uncommon if you've played Civilization 4 for any lengthy period of time. You will know that unlike in Civilization 5, where the combat generally balances out because it takes place over multiple turns, in Civilization 4 there are a lot of cheap victories and a lot of cheap losses, which definitely was not something that I enjoyed about the game, but it still is one of my favorites. It probably, with mods attached, Civilization 4 is probably my favorite civilization to date. But, Justinian founded a new city. As a resident of the Apostolic Palace, you can choose a resolution to put forward for a vote. We can either stop the war against me or stop the war against Montezuma. I'm not sure who is fighting Montezuma, but I have no problem stopping that war. I think it's just Elizabeth fighting Montezuma. So, the defenses of what city is this? York. Are pretty much bombarded down. But we're going to hit them one more time. War is a lot faster, 64.5% odds. That's fine. We have more artillery in tow for that exact purpose. War gets much faster as the game progresses. Sieging cities, obviously, like now in the modern era, it takes about a turn to reduce the defenses, when before I'd be waiting multiple turns. So the Blitzkrieg War is definitely more viable than before. And we have taken York, so that just leaves Nottingham. And then we will have removed the English from that island. How many units does she have near? 4 infantry. Should not be too much of a problem. And I'm just going to move the remainder of these cavalry that haven't fought yet into York. Machine guns are good against artillery. If you're having an artillery problem, definitely one part of the game that the machine gun shines above. Well, it's pretty much the only instance where it shines. It's not a very useful unit otherwise, considering it only has 18 strength and cannot attack, versus the infantry, which is 20 strength and can attack. It's okay, we have finished research. Leads to some other good technologies. Not a whole lot in and of itself, which is a shame. The resolution to stop fighting with Montezuma succeeds. It's a shame that electricity doesn't do more, because it historically has probably been one of the most revolutionary inventions of mankind, period. I think we should be focusing. See, here's the thing, fission. I could do fission 8 turns, or I could do industrialism in 9 turns. If we do industrialism, we get aluminum, but I'm pretty sure if we do fission, we can get uranium. We can harvest it. And I'm kind of interested to see if that is really the problem that I was having last episode, because I've mentioned before, there is no uranium in my cities, despite the fact that I have multiple sources of uranium. I have at least 2 uranium right here. And Elizabeth has made peace with Montezuma. But you'll see the AI definitely prioritizes. Genghis Khan has been captured. The AI prioritizes building research in your cities once they determine there's nothing better to build in them, which is one of the reasons why I really have no issue with the AI running my cities. Speeds things up a lot, lets me focus on war instead of having to get bogged down in the mundane aspects of... I defeated an English ironclad. I wonder where that was. Probably this stack. Heal that for 3 turns. I think we can stop producing artillery now. And I'm going to automate London so they can produce whatever they need to produce. I like to build the courthouse first because it really does reduce the maintenance costs of the city. This one already has a courthouse. We have a special building because we are Holy Rome, and instead of only minus 50% maintenance cost reduction, we have a 75% maintenance cost reduction, which is 25% more overall. Right now I'm just healing my units in York, and then we're going to move on Nottingham. And like I said, we're going to stop producing artillery in Rome, and I'm going to automate production instead. Can we get rid of the artillery? Okay, apparently not. I have to do something else. So I'm going to build a public transportation, and by the time that's done, the city should flip over to automated production. So far, we're doing pretty good in terms of the great people we have. If we get one more, we can do another golden age, which is always welcome. Elizabeth is monkeying around London again. Reduced my defenses there to 0, but then it ran and hid. Where did she go? That's interesting. She's gone. Okay, this can't be. It only has 2 movement, and she used part of it. Okay, there it is. I thought that was, it's Peter. Okay, I get it. Peter killed Elizabeth. Is that her name? I keep forgetting. Elizabeth Ironclad. I was wondering how it could disappear all of a sudden. And the Khmers have become a vassal of China once again. One more turn and everything will be healed. Probably I'm just wasting a whole bunch of time healing them. How many units are actually in need of healing? Like 1? I think that's all it is. Split them up. We're going to move all the other ones that aren't damaged out, just to speed this up a bit. All cavalry also will move out. The funny thing is the cavalry are weaker than the artillery. It's definitely something that was improved in Civilization 5. Obviously, you're not going to be using your artillery as the first line of defense. Like in Civilization 4, you can. Hey, okay, 1 turn away. Probably can capture it next turn, and then we can make peace with her, with Elizabeth, because she offered peace before, but I didn't. I wanted to take over those last 2 cities before accepting peace. Yeah, so the AI is building more power plants in Rome. Fortunately, we're going to lose a lot of population due to that. Not enough food, too much unhealthiness from the factories. I'm pretty sure I already have dye, yeah. That is an arrangement that only benefits him, but I'm going to take a look at resources. If we can get bananas. That will give us more health, obviously. Just wondering if anybody else. There are a lot of resources that I apparently don't have. I could trade with Montezuma for the corn. See, your vassals will trade you everything. Okay, so I want rice from India. Where are they? They're orange. I'm not used to them being an orange color. Rice, we do clams. Okay, accept that. Then we're going to go to Louis. Louis has corn, and he also has oil. Well, he might charge me a lot for the oil, but we should be able to get the corn for sheep. So that's quite significant. How much more? We're still losing 2 from unhealthiness in Rome. So I think we can do bananas. Who was that? Somebody had bananas, and I wanted to trade. It might have been the Chinese Empire. Yeah, it's the Chinese Empire. They have bananas. Does anybody else have bananas? Because, obviously they're my #1 competitor. The Khmer Empire has bananas, but he has nothing to say to me. So I guess we're just going to have to go with the Chinese Empire then. His bananas. What doesn't he have? He doesn't have fur. Ouch. That's costly. Okay. What do you want for this? 32 gold per turn. Okay. That should clear up Rome, and it did. Genghis Khan has been taken by the Spanish Empire there. That's right. They have a very small war to fight over there. And I just noticed my research is down to 40%. So, yeah, probably should have turned that up a bit. But we do have a ton of gold now, so I can upgrade my remaining riflemen, if I can find them here. Go for what? Infantry riflemen. We have 17 riflemen yet. And I can upgrade them all, hopefully, to infantry now. ALT. Yep, that's done. Just gonna check here. What else do we have? We have a catapult that needs to be upgraded. Gonna upgrade that catapult to artillery. We have, what else? We have 7 longbowmen that aren't upgraded. Gonna find them and upgrade them all to infantry. Down to 3,000 gold. So what else? Anything else here? No, I think that's pretty much everything being upgraded. I only have 6 cavalry left? That can't be right. Oh, Those are domestic units. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of cavalry in enemy territory. That's right. Reduce those defenses to 16% and to 0%. Now we're going to hit them with the artillery. 64% odds wins, 80% odds also won, and 84% odds won, 33% odds. It won. Like I said, odds are cheesy in this game. 100%, 100%, 100%, 99.7%. Yes, install new governor. Excellent. So the British Empire is completely removed, or the English Empire actually is completely removed from the British Isles now. And we can also take this barbarian city from the barbarians next, I think, as in order of conquest. But first, we're going to make peace with Elizabeth. She is furious, and she will not capitulate now. That's interesting. So apparently she feels like the threat is no longer there of me wiping her out. So I guess we're going to have to go ahead and sail across the ocean and put some more pressure on her. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Like I said, I was open to multiple methods of victory in this game. And so if she wants to push her hand, if she wants to push her luck and make me actually sail over there, I can do exactly that. Here's another one of her ships. I see Ragnar is sailing around with a whole bunch of caravels, but I'm not sure I can rely on him to take her out. So I'm going to remove that ship. She might have a couple of ironclads. No, apparently not. I was thinking she might have a couple more ironclads laying around here, but apparently they all got killed by Ragnar mostly. So I'm moving a whole bunch of my infantry into a stack here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave one infantry per city. The odds are that the AI is not going to be able to actually land a force that will take the city. It could happen. Obviously, one is cutting it a bit close. I want all of these galleons right here. One is cutting it a bit close, but the odds are that's not going to happen given my relative strength in this game. And then those are all of those units I'm going to take over to America, and we're going to put more pressure on Elizabeth. So, not going to accept surrender. I mean, I won't accept anything but surrender, complete surrender on her part. The Incan Empire wants liberalism. Sure, take it. He is not an active threat to me. And the odds are any civilizations that don't have it are not going to be a threat if they get it. Would be nice to be able to upgrade to transports, but that's going to require either uranium or oil. I should contact Louis. I'll contact him next turn, see if I can get some oil from him. I, of course, could demand it, but there's the possibility that he will refuse my demand and then I'll have to fight him, which is something that I'm not really interested in doing because I am occupied in other ways right now. So I'd prefer it if I could just make a bargain with him for it, give him a whole bunch of resources, maybe some gold, and then he'll be happy. Move into there and heal in 2 turns. And this worker can be automated as well as this one. That's very interesting. Apparently, Elizabeth did not build a plantation on the die here. She just left a forest there. Very odd.
If the radiance of 1,000 suns.
Yes, now we have uranium. Okay, that makes sense. So technically, we should be able to upgrade these units to transports. Yes, we can. 775 it's going to cost us. But now we have transports. And what should we research next? Industrialism. So we get access to the aluminum that will speed up any spaceship parts that we want to build. I'm going to reduce my research rate here a little bit. And I can also upgrade to destroyers now. So I'm upgrading that unit to a destroyer. How much is this costing? It's going to cost us 1,600. But I think it's well worth it. Destroyers are much more powerful than the ironclads. 30 versus, what, 13? 12? It was 12, I think, yeah. So it's a major upgrade. Right there they are, my destroyers. So we're definitely modernizing the army now. I don't have enough gold to upgrade the very last one, though. So we're going to have to save that one for another turn. The transports are faster than the galleons, I think, by 1 or 2 movement points. I'll have to take a look. After this turn is complete, I'll take a look at that. So it's going to be much easier to dash over there and attack Elizabeth. They're faster by 2 movement points. They're 5. I'm pretty sure the galleons are only 3. So we have a whole bunch of units in here, but we still need to load some more. So I'm going to load as many as possible. All units Okay, so our transports are mostly full. We've got some nice variety of units here, some infantry, some cavalry, and some artillery. So this is what I'm going to be landing with. And I think it's going to take 5 turns to run down here, but we'll definitely be putting some pressure on Elizabeth. And I want to defend them with destroyers. Destroyers have a lot of movement, 8 movement points per turn. I mean, not that there's much chance of the transport getting destroyed because the transports themselves are stronger than the ironclad is, believe it or not. And this is this turned out well in the end because now obviously I don't have to bother getting oil from Louis, which is probably going to cost me an arm and a leg. I'm going to strategically place some of these destroyers off the coast, like so. That should do quite nicely. No one should bother with me now. The wealthiest civilizations in the world. I am the hopeless. I spend a lot of my money, though, my gold. Apparently Elizabeth has the most yet. What would you give me for this? Not much. Okay, we accept it. So I'm going to grab all of these units, and we're going to tell them to just drive on down here in 4 turns. And we actually want to build another workboat. I'm pretty sure we could use some more workboats here. Oh, maybe not. No, apparently we have workboats for everything. Well, the workboat will be useful when we research plastics, and then we can build an oil rig there. I should focus on the Mongols next, but my entire expeditionary force is en route to the United States. Am I building workboats somewhere else? Apparently the cities build workboats as needed. That's useful. The Chinese Empire is interested in my uranium, but we already traded the bananas to them. I think you gonna have to offer more than that. 15 gold per turn. Not enough for the uranium. But then again, okay, the Chinese are not currently researching fission. So it's gonna be a while before they get it. Otherwise, I'm gonna say, if he's only a couple turns away from researching fission himself, there's really no downside to me signing a trade contract with him for 10 turns, which involves me giving him uranium when he's going to have access to it within a couple turns anyway. So we've completed industrialism. If we move to plastics, I mean, I'm just looking at what I should be focusing on here are the spaceship parts. So I think we're going to go for refrigeration next, and then we can start building the thrusters, because the thrusters, you need to build a lot of them. So shouldn't save that to the end. A lot of the other ones you don't need to build a lot of. Let's see if she has changed her mind. Yes, she will capitulate now that I move my armies over here. Okay. City of Dover. Why would I want that? Where is Dover? Can't even find it. Apparently it's somewhere on the map. Okay. Let's talk to her about this. We have a lot of aluminum, I see. City of Dover. Would you accept this deal? Will give me a city of Dover, will not give me a world map. How about this? Yeah. She will give me the world map. Okay. And there is Dover, up in the tundra. No wonder she wanted to get rid of it. So we've coerced the English Empire into capitulating to us. What does the Chinese think of us now? Friendly. But they are worried about our vassals, their rivals being vassals to our empire. I've completed the Apollo program as well. So now I can actually start building the SS thrusters and stuff. So how many aluminum do I have out of curiosity? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apparently I have 5 aluminum. Okay, that's good. Plenty of aluminum to go around. And now we can actually sail all these ships right back to Europe. So basically what we have now is... What? Montezuma went ahead and declared war on Elizabeth already? Am I at war with Montezuma? How exactly is she at war with Elizabeth? It says Montezuma has declared war on Elizabeth. How is that possible? Elizabeth is not at war with Montezuma. Oh, I must have made her make peace all of a sudden. Yeah, so Elizabeth, or Montezuma declared war on Elizabeth the same turn she became my vassal, and then they were forced to make peace. So that pretty much explains it. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vassals. If we take a look at the victory conditions, there are 15 vassals, and 15 rivals, and 6 of them are vassals. So I have 9 more to vassalize if I want to win a conquest victory. Alternatively, as I've mentioned, I could win a space race by finishing the Apollo program. I need to build, well, ideally 5 thrusters, 5 casing, 2 engine, 1 docking bay, 1 stasis chamber, 1 life support, and 1 cockpit. It will require a good deal of research, and I'm a little bit worried because, it won't take that many turns. What year is it? It's currently 1934. I think it's probably more likely I'll be able to complete the Apollo program and win a space victory before vassalizing all these other empires unless I break up my forces a bit. If I break it up a bit and then threaten multiple civilizations with it at the same time, I might be able to get better results. Like, I wonder if the Mongolian Empire would no, see, they won't capitulate right now because I don't have any forces in their land, even though they're at war with about 6 people. If you take a look at it, how many people are at war with them? The Chinese are still at war with them, and all of their vassals, as well as me and all my vassals. So pretty much the entire world is at war with Genghis Khan, except for Saladin and the Japanese Empire, and of course the Milanese Empire. But anyway, I think that will conclude it for this episode. We definitely saw some progress here. Got Elizabeth to capitulate, which was pretty much the objective of it. Wish it would not have taken quite so long. We also have access to destroyers now, as well as transports. Plenty of railroads being built in our empire, which will definitely speed up movement around it, make it easier to conduct war if we choose to do so. And overall, looking good. We built the Apollo program, so space victory might definitely be in the cards for this game. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.